Thinking about launching a podcast but overwhelmed by all the moving parts? At Turnkey Podcast Productions, we take the hassle out of podcasting so you can focus on the talk, not the tech. From concept to launch, guest booking to post-production, we handle everything. Need a strategy to grow your show and turn guests into clients? Yep, we do that too. DIY or done for you, we've got the solution that fits. Whether you're just getting started or ready to scale, Turnkey is your behind-the-scenes podcast team. Turnkey Podcast Productions. Your voice, your message, fully produced. Learn more at turnkeypodcast.com/contact. That's turnkeypodcast.com/contact.
Oh, they play both kinds of music, country and Western. The Nice Guys on Business.
You remember there's a line in the Blues Brothers when Jake gets out of jail and Elwood drives him back and they get to the apartment.
Yeah.
And they go to lay down and everything kind of starts shaking a little bit, right?
The train.
It's an L train literally driving right by their window. You see it going by as the whole place is shaking. And Jake calmly says, "So how often does that happen?" And Elwood says, "So often you won't even notice."
The Nice Guys on Business are putting the band back together. They're on a mission from God. It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Must be time for the Nice Guys on Business podcast. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
We are still, I have no idea where the cloud is, but it's still collecting it. It's got to be getting kind of like it's hanging low in the middle right now. I think we need to just shore it up a little bit.
I know if we're recording to the cloud, I like everybody else, I don't understand why the clouds are not sinking and falling. They must be getting heavy with all that content.
And I have never seen a storm or anything like that. All I know is there's tariffs that are coming, and it's probably cloud related.
Oh, well, there are tariffs coming, but do you remember there was a phrase when we lived in Maryland that was, if you don't like the weather in Maryland, wait 15 minutes, it'll change.
Right.
That is our tariff policy right now, I believe, with the United States. It's, but you know what, if you don't like it, wait 15 minutes, it'll change.
But you know what's really nice about the tariffs on again, off again strategy and process is that when it first happened, I don't know if you recall when they first did the tariffs, like stock market like dropped like 20% in like 2 days or something like that.
Yeah.
Now it's like, well, I think the market is up today. Because
who knows? It's all over the fucking place because Trump just doesn't know what the hell he's doing or can't decide what he's doing. Maybe he knows what he's doing, but he just can't decide. The market's up today. My Robinhood account, which is a true barometer of all things that could be affected by tariffs. I'm up 0.47% today. 0.47%. So do you want to know, we were talking about the whole Robinhood thing like way back in the past and how smart we are at investments and shit.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, whatever the things that I Pixelworks or stupid shit that I picked at the beginning was not good. But I'll tell you what has done very, very well for me.
Tell me.
NVIDIA.
Yeah, NVIDIA is doing
NVIDIA, yeah. But that's it, NVIDIA. And it's funny because I actually bought a bunch of, when I sold my Tesla stock, because I'm like, fuck these guys, right?
Right.
I actually moved it into NVIDIA.
Yeah.
And hang on, I'm looking at my Robinhood account right now.
My Tesla is up 4.5% today, up $14.
You bought Tesla?
Well, I've had Tesla. I do a recurring investment of $5 a month. I think I'm going to up that right now. I'm going to do edit investment. I'm going to edit it to
$7 a month.
No, I'm going to edit it up to $20 per month. So, I find that the stock, again, dollar cost averaging works to an advantage. When the stocks are up, then I don't buy as much. When the stocks are down, I buy a little bit more because It just makes sense to do that, to do it that way. So my average price paid for Tesla is $224.30. As of today, Thursday, the 10th of July, it is at $310 a share. So I'm up significantly. I'm up like, hold on, what does that mean that I'm up through? I can't do my math. I'm up 38% on my Tesla stock, which is great.
Well, let's see, with my NVIDIA, which I just bought, I don't know, when did I first buy it? I don't even remember, but I am up 48% on my NVIDIA stock.
That's really good. I'm only up 31.55% on my NVIDIA. My average cost is $124.58.
By the way, we are not investment bankers. Advisors. We are not advisors. Don't fucking listen to anything.
No, don't.
Because, I've heard through the grapevine that if you are a financial advisor, there are many, many, many fucking restrictions of exactly what you can and can't say. Like, if we were financial advisors, we wouldn't be allowed to say in our outro, hey, please leave us a review at Apple. But we would be able to say, hey, please check out our reviews. Can you tell me what is the fucking difference? If I am a goddamn financial advisor, I'm not allowed to say, hey, by the way, would you mind leaving me a review? But I'm allowed to say, please look at my reviews. What is the fucking difference? That's what I want to know.
You know what the difference is? About 40 hours of labor.
That's it. That is it.
That's what it is.
Exactly. And if anyone out there has no idea what we're talking about, which is basically everybody, because this is a complete inside joke between Doug and I over a client that we have to do a lot of fucking work for because of the difference between leave me a review and look at my reviews. Well, then there you go. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. It is incredulous Strickland Bonner, and on the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler.
I would like to share this because I'm looking at this for the first time in a few days. My Robinhood account, Bitcoin, which I have an average price paid of $45,600 a share. Of course, I don't even have a quarter of a share, but whatever. It's up to $115,800 today. Mm-hmm. That's fucking ridiculous. That's got to be an all-time high for Bitcoin.
I would say so. I would definitely.
I've never seen it above $110,000 or $111,000. So I'm up on Bitcoin alone. I am up 153.56%.
Damn, that's amazing.
So my overall account, I know I did a little bit of outside investing. I didn't just do the $50 a month. I'm all in for $6,600 to my for my investment account with Robinhood. Mm-hmm. My $6,600, if I back out what I invested and then just add back in the profit, I've made $2,000 on $6,600. So that's pretty good.
That's a good return.
40.24%. Tell me I don't know how to fucking pick them.
Apparently you do.
In the last year alone, let's see, the last year I'm doing better than the S&P. I'm at 22.19% for the past year.
That's really good.
If I could have just added another decimal point to the right, that would be really fucking good. Or 2 to the right. Oh God. How frequently or infrequently do you think about retiring?
It's funny that you say that. Because, for those of you who have listened to the show for a while, I used to be skittish about Doug and I talking about how old we were because I didn't want everybody to think we're fucking old farts.
Well, now that they know we're all old farts.
Right, exactly. They know we're old farts now. So I'm going to be 60 this year, and you turned 60 this year, right?
Yep. Last year in December, yep.
I never fucking think about it.
And
I like doing what I'm doing.
I love doing what I do, but all I think about is retirement.
Yeah.
I just say it every day. I'm like, oh God, can somebody just lay a couple $1 million on us for turnkey, and we can stay with the company for a while. And we love our clients for the most part. We really do. We love all you guys that have sent us production work and really, have allowed us to support your podcast. but I wouldn't mind like somebody just saying, would you consider selling for X amount of dollars? And you know what? I think you and I would be taking a hard look at something if, cause I don't know what else I would do. I don't know where I would go, or I just don't want to work every day.
So what I hear you saying is not that you're itching to retire, but that you're itching to have someone buy the business.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And we have gotten a couple of pathetic offers in the past, but we're working, with a couple of resources that have allowed us to see a greater picture now, but it's still not a good enough picture.
Because you see, my ex-wife used to work for a company that she would talk about the owners. But this was a company that had, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of employees, right?
Right.
Like crazy. But apparently the two owners, and they were still the owners of the company, they lived in Florida and literally had nothing to do with the company at all.
I would like that.
They were not involved. They just got checks every month.
I'd be okay with that. I mean, you know what? I'd be okay with trying that for maybe a year. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have a little mini version of that in October when I go on this cruise with my mom. And unfortunately, I'll be out of commission for 17 days.
I know. It's so crazy. I can't believe you're going to be on a cruise for 17.
I know.
I would get bored as fuck. I've told the story before about I was on an 11-day cruise once. And the last 2 or 3 days, I was like, get me off this fucking ship. I'm like, it's so I'm seeing all the same people and all the same bartenders are pouring me all the same drinks over and over again.
Yeah. The only thing that continues to change when you're on a ship, all those boring things, is your weight. Your weight just keeps going up and up. But I don't feel like I will be a slave to the buffet, but I do feel like I'm so interested in seeing what this. I don't know that I've ever taken that much time completely for 10 of those 17 days. I'm at open sea, so there is no phone calls. There's no anything.
Dude, I think maybe you and I are cut differently, but I would be bored out of my fucking mind. And the ship that you're on is an older ship too, right?
Well, it's the Ruby Princess. I don't think it's I know it's not a new ship, but I don't know when I think they upgraded in 2015 or 18 or something like that.
So it's the Princess
Ruby Princess Cruise Line, the Ruby Princess. So you might.
Hey, the Ruby Princess is a ground class cruise ship operated by Princess Cruises, known for its Piazza style atrium and a variety of dining and entertainment options. It's a large ship accommodating around 3,080 passengers and 1,200 crew members, and offers a range of itineraries, including destinations in the Caribbean and the Mediterranean.
Hey, that was very good. That was good. Read by who was the guy that
Don Pardo? No, I don't even fucking know
who. It's about the same size town as Ojai, except it doesn't have 3 traffic lights on the ship. So I feel like
it's
hilarious. The same size, but it's same population almost, but it's much more compact and a lot more food flowing. It's not like, I don't know. I'm sure I cannot not work. I don't think I'm meant for that. I think I have to do something. Mm-hmm. So my worry would go from, are we ever going to get a new client, to where's my next check coming from? Because I don't know what I would do without an income coming in. Then I'd have to start going into all the shit that I've saved over all these years, right?
Yeah, but to me, it's not even so much about the income. It's about getting bored. Like you really would be happy. I mean, I know you don't work a ton already, but like the 2 hours a day that you work is too much. You don't even want to do that.
I don't know. No, I don't. I don't know that I mind.
What would you do?
I don't know.
Day?
You know what it is, Strick? When I see a calendar like today, I don't know if you've looked at my schedule for today. You probably
I'll
have
take
access.
a look while you're talking.
So look at my schedule for today, and it's like, today was okay because, I got up, I had to do a couple of tech calls with some of the clients, and then I had to do some other work in between there because I needed to do the work that I was able to get from the tech calls that I went through today. And it's like, okay, for the 4 meetings that I had today, it was it was okay. I got up and I did my meetings, and if I'm in the process, like right now, I consider this work. I know this really isn't work, but I consider this work. I'm okay with that. It's looking at my schedule ahead of time, like, oh God, I got to do something tomorrow. I'm on the schedule tomorrow. And I say to JJ all the time, I don't want to go to school tomorrow. I just don't want to go to school. I'd rather have nothing on my schedule than have something on my schedule. But when I have something on my schedule, it's fine, and I don't mind doing it. And I even like doing the sales side of things. I just don't want to have to deal all with the in-between stuff. I don't know.
The in-between stuff.
The in-between stuff is stuff like, okay, I closed a deal. Oh, I need to actually do something now that I've closed the sale. I need to communicate with somebody. I need to help them. The challenge for me is making the sale. I don't want the challenge ever to be the deliverable on the other side of the sale. Oh, and you know what? We have a brand new team member, Scott. And Scott.
You don't, I mean, I think personally, if that's the stuff that you don't like, we need to figure out how to systematize that, because I thought that's like most of the stuff you don't really have.
I love that you say that, because it's an indication. It's an indicator that, and I'm not saying this with any offense at all, but it's an indicator that you don't really know what I do.
I don't know what you do after the sale.
Well,
I want to know what you do after the sale, because you shouldn't be doing. I want you to make the sale, be happy with that, and be done with it.
Well, I would like to be able to make the sale, do the prospecting, and do the stuff to get the sale to come in the door, and then the client doesn't ever know who I am after that. That's totally. In my perfect world, that's exactly what happens. Like none of the what has happened in the last 2 days would have either gone, we love all of our clients, and some clients are challenging, and some clients you never hear from. We talked about a client that we've never heard from, and that's exactly. I closed that sale. How many years ago did he become?
Oh my God, it's got to be 5 or 6 years ago.
Right, 5 or 6 years ago. Closed the sale. You know how many conversations I've had with him since I've closed the sale?
You tell me.
I don't know that there's been more than 2. And I know you've had some good conversations with him, and you've done some social stuff with him too. But he's like the ideal client. I don't have anything to do. And he attributes so much business to his podcast. He's like, you guys just keep doing what you do. Then on the other hand, we have clients like we've talked to how many times in the last 2 days?
Oh my God.
It's like, I'm not saying that I want somebody to take on that responsibility that would burden you or burden somebody else. But it's like, I don't want to have to deal with any of that stuff. But I do. And I don't know if that's a matter of like, should I be saying when a client sends me an email and asks a question, I should just be saying, let me just get you to somebody else on the team that handles that? Like, do you deal with Tom from Podetize? How often do you think he deals with his customer service issues, unless he's got a complaint, a big time complaint going on?
No, I agree. But, we definitely should talk about it offline. We don't want to bore our funkin' fans with this, but there are definitely things that I think you get emails for that you should just let somebody else answer them, maybe. And then maybe that'll train the clients that they shouldn't come to you.
Maybe.
It's funny because I actually in the last day or two have gotten emails from 2 different clients that I've replied back to. And then I thought to myself, hey, Doug wasn't even copied. And I'm thinking, this is great. They're learning.
I know. I love that.
I think there was one that I replied to today that I noticed you weren't on it.
Yes.
And I copied you because I know you like to be involved.
I don't need to be involved.
Want to know what's going on.
What happens sometimes is I get involved halfway through, and then I don't know any of the fucking answers to the questions, and I'm like, why am I involved? Now I'm going to go sleuthing and figuring out who's the solver of this problem. And I was like, I don't want to do that.
You shouldn't. Yeah.
So this is good. So maybe this is I just needed this as the catalyst conversation, not because I had an agenda to make that part of what we talk about today, but it's so good to know that you didn't know that I was getting involved in things that I don't like to do. I am so far beyond where I was 5 years ago when you were doing this too. We were both involved in shit that we both hated, and it was driving us both crazy. And even though we loved the business, it was not in our sweet spot for either one of us. And we're like, why am I finding myself in a spreadsheet or something like that? And I don't want to do any of that stuff. But we really don't have anybody to do that stuff, I don't think.
It depends what it is. There are definitely things I think that need our personal touch that we can't just pass on to the team and say, do it. But I think a lot of them are things that either that I should handle because it's more system stuff, or that, you get involved in that I don't really think you should get involved in because the team can handle it. It's all about trusting the team. And it's a fine line of what we should let them do and not get involved in versus what we should take care of.
So right before we connected today, not to move on to another subject, but do you have a storage shed at your house?
No, not currently.
You have a basement? You don't have a basement, do you?
No, I really like trimming down my stuff.
Right.
Before Sally moved in, I did realize that my garage was getting kind of, I do actually park my car in my garage, but I have a 2-car garage. And so one side of it was just kind of dumped up.
Right.
And so when Sally moved in, she was saying, oh yeah, I'll just get a storage unit for all my extra stuff until I figure out how to, what to do with it or what I want to get rid of. And I'm like, that's stupid. That's bullshit. Like, put it in the garage. And she's like, there's no room. I'm like, I'll make room in the garage. And it forced me to go through a lot of my stuff in my garage, probably 85% of which I just tossed out. And I was happy to have that because I really didn't fucking need it. It was just taking up space. So I am the kind of guy, I know there are people out there who are like, oh, I've got too much stuff, I need a storage unit. I'm the kind of guy, or too much stuff, I need to buy a bigger house. I'm the kind of guy where I have too much stuff for my house. I need to get rid of stuff. And I'm totally good with that. If I get to a point where I'm like, you know what? I can't get rid of it. I need a storage space. I'm going to look at the stuff again and call it back even more.
So what, like, do you have stuff that you store somewhere that's like, do you do a lawn, like you have a lawnmower?
Yeah.
Okay. And like do you have tools at all?
I have tools. I have a number of tools that I have not used in a long time or might not think that I would need, but I hold on to because it's like, I might need them someday.
Okay.
And and I have a spot for those like in the garage.
Okay. So, I feel like I need a workspace.
Okay.
Like not a workspace like a desk, but I like to do, me, I'm always working on my cars and that kind of thing. And I would like to have like a space in my garage that was just the stuff that I use if I'm doing lawn work and concrete stuff and paint and tools and all of that. I want a space just for that because I'm the kind of guy, I am extremely organized when it comes to my garage. And I want to have this really nice toolbox and everything. And I don't want to ever go in there and think, oh God, I got to move all this stuff because I have these 7 other projects that I got to work on and I don't have enough room. So we're tapped out of space in our garage. And so I want to get a tool shed, like a 10 by 12, not real big, just a 10 by 12. It's not going to be air conditioned or maybe it'll have electricity in it, but for the most part, it will be pretty bare bones. So when we first started looking at doing a little guest house, so we put down a $1,500 deposit at Tough Sheds because they can build a second house basically.
Sure.
I mean, it's not it's not fancy, but it would be a nice little second residence.
Understood.
Anyway, so we ended up buying the Airstream instead because it was a lot more economical and a lot easier for us to get it in the works. So we had this $1,500 credit at Tough Shed. So I was just looking today, like I was doing a little dream building. I'm like, so I started building this like the perfect 10 by 12 shed for me, and it's like $6,000 by the time you put everything together. I'm like, well, that's the one I want.
Still a lot.
It's got a little window. It's got dual opening doors. It's shelves. It's got a workbench in there. I'm like, that's totally what I want. But that's the kind of thing that excites me. I don't think that excites you at all.
It depends. Sally and I are getting ready to do some recording this weekend. She's got original songs. She plays guitar and piano and sings, and she's got a bunch of original songs that she has never, sat down and recorded. And so I was like, well, shit, I love that stuff. So I actually got an audio snake and ran it through the ceiling so that I've got my recorder. I bought a digital mixer that I've got here. And so that kind of stuff excites me. And, it's all digital now. And I know a little bit about DAWs, which is a digital audio workstation.
Yep.
But not a ton. So I'm learning about that kind of stuff and figuring out the best way for us to do the recording and like plugins with so that's the kind of thing that excites me.
Well, that's like your work. That's like your workbench.
Right.
It's like I like to work on my cars and you like to work on recording and all of the things, which makes podcasting almost the perfect fit for you, Strickland. You should think about going into that. Actually.
Yeah, but I'm with you. I think if I really enjoyed working on cars and working with tools and shit, I would either make room or carve out a space in the garage specifically for that. Or, I've thought about too, like, hey, if I was going to jump back into a band again, maybe I would get a shed that I would use as a rehearsal space.
Oh, you're talking about like a shed that you could actually like, I can't imagine like during the summer working in my shed here. Right. It's like 180 degrees inside the building.
Right. So that's the next thing. Like if you're going to have a shed that you're actually going to work in, you're going to need electricity and put a fan or an AC unit out there. But I totally get that. I understand that.
This past week, the 69 F-250, the newer of the old pickup trucks that I just bought. Well, I put, I'd never done brake work on my car before. Mm-hmm. So I just put disc brakes in the F-250. And while I was there, I replaced the shocks too. Like that was pretty fun. It was really, it took me like, I don't know, 15 man hours over the last, let's say 2 weeks to do it all. I could have easily taken it to a shop. Probably would have cost me under $500 to do it. I'm like, I've never done this before. I just want to give this a try. It was fun. It was fun to do it. Man, it is a work. I don't know how mechanics, if we have any mechanics in our audience, God bless you, because it is a back-breaking effort to do anything in an older car.
Dude, I just have so little fucking interest in any of that. Like, sitting down and working on a car, like changing the brakes or fucking working on the engine. God damn. I mean, you just stick needles in my eyes. I would not want to do that. But when I talked to Sally about recording her original music, I'm like, so I'm going to send you a click track because I want to make sure it's in time, because after you record it, I know you usually just, play guitar and sing it, but I'm thinking we do piano and we add synths and we can put drums and we add bass and then we can play with it and we can add layers and we can do
out, man.
Like that, it fucking excites the shit out of me. I love the idea of being able to create all of this kind of stuff. But yeah, old cars, no, fuck that. So, that's it, to each his own.
45-minute long conversation today. One of my meetings today was an interview for Ford Mustang, the early years. And I had this repeat visitor who I've become friends with over the years of doing the show. He actually lives in Maryland. He's got 9 old Mustangs of various years.
9.
Like, just had the best conversation with him today. I could have gone on for another hour, but it was like, you know what? We probably should cut this because it's normally like a 20-minute conversation. We just had to stop talking about it. But that's the kind of thing. I hear you, man. I could not care about the further I can get away from digital recording and everything else. I'm like, this is great. But changing the brakes on it was so good. It was like mindless. I'm not thinking real hard. It's all just brains. I mean, it's all just muscle and brawn. It has nothing to do. I think that's probably why I like it. It's because it is so mindless that you could do it. You could 5 hours will evaporate in a second and a half when you're changing brakes.
Now it's funny because I'm kind of the opposite. I get excited about doing the recording because it's creative and there's all kinds of imaginative things that I can think to do with it. We've got a client that you and I are each sitting in on an interview this weekend.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a listener. It's okay if he is. Hey, Jerry Bradshaw, he does a
podcast.
Right. He does the Controlled Aggression podcast, and it's all about training dogs.
Yeah.
And he gets a shitload of listeners. I think he has more listeners than us, even though he doesn't even release episodes regularly. He's like, once a month or twice a month. Let me record something and throw it out there. But his interviews, I've sat in on them before, and he's probably going to talk for an hour to another dog trainer.
Yep.
And the whole conversation is going to be, well, yeah, when you put the bit in and then you do this, but then you hold back and I can't even fucking make this shit up. But I listen in and I'm like, I could not fucking care less, but they get so excited.
Well, I get excited when they get excited.
Easily.
Yeah. Well, it's very similar to listening to our friends over at IASLC, the Lung Cancer Considered podcast. It's like they're almost talking in a different language and they're speaking in English. And it's like, what are they talking about? And they're so excited. I love that they're excited about it. It's, I said sprocket, not socket. It's the kind of like the Steve Martin jokes. It's just, it doesn't make sense to us, but they enjoy it. So I enjoy it because they enjoy it. I'm really looking forward to sitting in on this interview with Jerry because I have not had a chance to do that yet. And how long has he been a client for?
Oh my God. He was one of
even
our
longer than
first
Stan.
Ones. Yes.
Longer, So Jerry is a guy that I think I had one conversation with 5 or 6 or 7 years ago. And I have never, he's the ideal client.
I got to find him now. I got to figure out how long he's been with us.
How many episodes?
He really was the first. Hang on.
I'm just curious. I know he doesn't produce episodes regularly.
Yeah, exactly. He's not as regular.
And his show gets tens of thousands of downloads.
Oh my God, so many downloads. Interestingly, we're on episode 144, which doesn't seem like many because the first one I have on here was January of 2020.
Right.
But that, I think, is when we actually got Monday.com.
Right.
So he was around before. I'm going to go look him up now and find files in his folder and figure out.
And it's called Controlled Aggression, correct?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could look it up on Apple and find out when the first.
I'm looking it up on Listen Notes. So he is in, just so you know, he's got a global ranking of the top 1% of all podcasts that are out there, and he only has 144 episodes. It took us to get to 1,500 episodes to get the 0.5% global ranking, but he's done 10% of the effort that we have. Not that his quality is 10% less, as little as anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, he's been around for a long time.
So many good things going on. I just got a check from somebody. I don't know who I got a check from. I love getting money.
I love that.
Huh, very nice. I don't even know what the check is for or how much it is. I'm not going to click the link until I'm sure it's 100% legit. I don't know. Anyway, so a shed is in my life coming up very soon, as well as a 17-day cruise coming up very soon. My mom's celebrating, as of the release date of this episode, her 92nd birthday. You kicking butt.
Happy birthday, Mom. That's crazy.
And I believe that we have a bunch of emails in the hopper.
You mean voicemails?
What'd I say?
Emails,
yes, a bunch of voicemails.
We have 4 voicemails.
And should I double check the? let me go and see. Hold on a second. Let's see if we actually had 4 voicemails come in.
Okay, by me.
Okay, hold on a second. Carry the 1. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, Google Voice. I'm going there. Okay, so since last Friday, because that would have been the first day we would have been able to have them, right? Yes, 4 voicemails. We should have 4 voicemails in the inbox.
Okay, that's what I'm showing here. Let me check all my settings and microphones and all that crap. And if I did everything right, which is about a 50-50 shot at that, we may actually hear some music. Here we go.
Okay.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
I think it's spam. I hate when that shit happens.
What's spam? Not the check that you thought was a check.
Did I tell you what happened last week to me? No. So I see an ad on Facebook. I didn't mention this on our show last week, did I?
I don't know. I don't have enough information yet to know.
So I see an ad on Facebook from Wayfair. You know Wayfair, right? They're like the online home company. It's kind of like home goods. Anyway, so I click the link because it's an ad on Facebook. I figure any ad on Facebook, they've probably run it through their whatever there is this spam. And I'm like, okay, I want this. I was looking for a standing rolling toolbox. You know, like a Craftsman or
a great big fucking
like the kind that's got the drawers and all of that, and it's got the the spots for all your tools. And the one that I have, I'm like busting at the seams, so I need a slightly bigger one. I want one that's 42 inches or 44 inches wide. The one that I have right now, I think, is like 20 something. So I searched for it on this Wayfair.
And you already have one that's a great big rolling one?
I have it's not a great big rolling one. It's a big rolling one, but it's not big enough.
So you have a big one, but not big enough.
It's true. I mean, have you ever seen some of these? Like
my God, some of them are monstrous. How big is the one you have now?
I think it's like 24 inches wide by maybe 4 feet high. So 48 inches high. Okay. So
big.
It's big, right?
It's 4 feet tall. You need one that's 6 feet tall?
I don't need one that's 6 feet tall, but I need one that's the 40 some odd inches wide because I need a whole new set of drawers because my drawer space is very limited, and I like to organize my tools. So if I take out a number 10 millimeter socket, I want to be able to know that the number 10 is missing as opposed to just throwing them all in the drawer because I don't have enough space. So I'm on Wayfair and I'm looking for the exact toolbox that I want, and I see it, and I see that it's on clearance. It says $399 on clearance for $85. I'm like, wow, that's a deep clearance.
Great deal.
That's Wayfair. I've never seen a deal from Wayfair that's that deep. Mm-hmm. So I click to buy it, and it sends me over to all the things are aligned right as they should. I trust Wayfair. I trust Facebook to give me the ad. I trust Wayfair, and I'm always thinking in the back of my mind, could this be a scam? There was no way. It was solid. It was really well put together. Go to PayPal, I make the payment, and I receive the confirmation email, and I'm like, that's a confirmation email. That's not from Wayfair. That doesn't sound right. So that was my first clue that the email return was not like Wayfair. So I looked closely at the ad that I clicked on, and it was wayfair.co.
Oh,
it was not wayfair.com. So I go to my buddy at ChatGPT and I type in the URL, or I copy and pasted the URL, and I said, is this a scam site? And it comes back with there is a high likelihood that that this was a scam. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I went, first thing I did was, this is like 2 minutes after the sale was made and I got the confirmation in the email. I go over to PayPal and I disputed the charge. Now, PayPal, because I bought it using PayPal and didn't have to give away, I almost used my my account number and my routing number and account number because I could. That would have been really bad. That would have been really bad.
That would have been very bad.
So PayPal refunded me immediately because apparently they had know that it was a scam, which sent up a red flag to me also. Well, why didn't they just stop the sale to begin with? But anyway,
why didn't they warn you if they thought it was a scam?
Right. So that was the furthest in I've ever gotten to being scammed. I mean, it wasn't a lot of money after shipping. It was like $103. It was no big deal, but it was still, I felt a little invaded. Now, why wouldn't Facebook have discovered that was why would they let that ad go through?
That is a very good question. I'm kind of surprised at that. Yeah.
That was a problem for me, and it got me a little scared. You know, I keep thinking about all of those calls, like the call that I got from the IRS one day, and the guy said, "You're not taking this very seriously." I'm like, "Because the IRS doesn't call me, you idiot." They send me a certified mail, or they'll figure out a way to send out an IRS agent to arrest my ass for that matter. But anyhow, sorry. I digress. Didn't mean to get into that beginning of the voicemails. Sorry.
And I did want to, before we jump into these voicemails, thank everybody once again for the voicemails last week.
Oh my God. So
there was
good.
a lot of praise for my solo show, which I can't believe was just 2 weeks ago. Boy, that's weird. Seems like it was 100 years ago. Yeah, I really appreciate all of the, I've got that, like Doug, I wouldn't say that words of affirmation are my number one love language, but it's up there, and I like that. I appreciate it.
Nice. Well, before you hit play on that, can I tell you what's really fucking weird about today's like AI world that we live in? I just went to my email, and at 4:11, now we started talking about the Wayfarer and the tool chest, right? At what time? 4:10, 4:09, something like that?
Okay, yeah.
I just got an email from Wayfarer. Garage storage cabinets we found for you. Like,
oh, wow.
Who the fuck is listening in to my, somebody is listening. This happens all the time. I don't even I didn't type it anywhere. I just said the words. They're listening to my computer right now.
Yeah, it's crazy shit.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay. Are we ready for
Scary
voicemail?
world. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Shrek. Jared here. So you guys are listening to your voicemails.
Mm-hmm.
And Doug, it's so good to have you back. I am happy to hear both of you guys in there chatting back and forth. And so it's, we miss you when you're gone. We think no less, maybe even more of Strickland while you're gone because, we hear him more.
That's good.
But anyways, guys, the reason for my call, there's a couple things I'm going to address for you. So I'm going to apologize. So I'm sorry to you and everyone that fucking listens to the show because that fucking annoying was not because the car door was open. It was because I borrowed my brother's truck and I was driving, and that noise happened constantly the whole time I was driving. And apparently it got into my head so much that I completely just toned it out, called you guys, and didn't even think about it showing up in the recording. He had an emergency brake issue where it was trying to say it was engaged when it wasn't. And my transmission went out of my work van. So I borrowed his truck to get some work done. Thanks so much to him. But that's what I had to listen to the whole
That's horrible.
time. And it's done it in the past. It went off for him, but of course I borrow the truck. It starts up and then it just doesn't stop the whole time. Anyways, that's what that noise was. It was not because I was just sitting there with the door open. Anyways, and then you guys were talking about when Erica and I called in and left you the message. That was us doing a 3-way call. I called Erica, then I called in and let her leave the beginning of the episode to 3 guys, and then I came in and finished it. So since we didn't explain it in the call, and I didn't even think about that, creating too much of an issue for you, but we're giving some suspense here, making you wait a week for the answers. Anyways, fellas, hope that addressed everything, and can't wait to get back to the episode. And we appreciate you. That's why Eric and I went to the lengths we did just to get you a voicemail that'll make you think and really throw you a curveball. So, and I know every one of the Funkin' fans feel that way about you guys. So, all right, fellas, take care.
Well, we appreciate that. That would be crazy to have that sound going so constantly that you don't even notice it anymore. Do you remember there's a line in the Blues Brothers when Jake gets out of jail, right? And Elwood drives him back and they get to the apartment.
Yeah.
And it's like this little dinky 1-room apartment.
Yeah.
And they go to lay down and like all of a sudden, like everything kind of starts shaking a little bit, right?
The train.
And it's an L train because they're in Chicago. It's an L train literally driving right by their window. You see it going by as the whole place is shaking. And Jake calmly says, "So how often does that happen?" And Elwood says, "So often you won't even notice." That's what Jared was. How often does that thing beep? so often you won't even notice.
I did notice that Jared did take a break from his shit sandwich for that.
Oh yeah, that was very thoughtful.
That was very thoughtful of you, Jared, to take a hiatus from your shit sandwich to share your appreciation for us, and the explanation of the ding dong as well. God, I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to
now. I know which intro I'll use today. Although I think I have at least 2 Blues Brothers intros. I might have 3.
You know, we haven't really gone back to the well at all to talk to Steve O'Brien about new intros. We could do a whole new like theme of intros. I don't know what the theme would be, but I'd be open to something new.
I gotta look at my list here. Hang on, I do have.
Your rolling list of ideas.
I'll put it on the screen here. Yeah. Oh no, okay. So I have a page in my OneNote called New Steve O'Brien.
Yeah.
That I usually will. Maybe I just left it here. I thought I would like delete it and just add new ones because this is from 2018.
Wow.
New Steve O'Brien 2017. Wow, it's crazy. But what else did I do? Oh, Steve O merch store. Yeah, like the problem is we don't want to find like one new thing for him to read.
I know. We need like
he
10.
gives us a good rate, but I don't want to, so I'll like wait till I got 5 or 6 or 7, but I don't see anything on here. So that I haven't given him already.
It would be nice. Maybe we just get some people to suggest some things. Anybody in our community, come up with a voiceover script, and we will get Steve-O to read it just as you say it. Just kind of like our voicemails. We will not edit. We will just allow Steve-O to read it exactly as you have it. And you could even say, let him do some comedic relief on his own. And Steve-O does a great job with that as well.
He does an amazing job of that. But I typically like to do it, movie quotes and, memorable movie quotes. But I feel like we've burned them all off. Like we've run out. I can't think of any other new ones.
Well, I mean,
I think the last group I gave him was Letterkenny, which was very entertaining. So it could be TV shows too.
We could do TV shows, or we could do things like current events that are going on, like something with P. Diddy. I mean, that would be good. We got plenty of opportunity in that right there.
Well, the current event stuff, it seems to get cold quickly. It gets stale.
I mean, how couldn't you hear the Bronco with OJ? Couldn't you right today still have a joke about OJ and the Bronco and be okay with hearing that?
No.
Okay. All right.
We've got intros that are we have a couple that are like spewing fake news or making their money off of fake news is still good only because Trump is still fucking talking about it.
Right.
But there was one that's like these guys are banned from 7 countries or something because Trump banned, and it's like that one's kind of stale, right? But it's all
something AI related. We have no AI intros at all.
That's true. Yeah. We just need to find some new fresh shit. Because you're right. Even with the 300 or so intros and outros, we gotta get bored with this.
Not enough. It's definitely not enough. Not enough.
Okay. We got 3 more voicemails. Let's keep going here.
Go.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Rick. Jared here. Voicemail number 2. Aisle 12, Doug. Aisle 12. That is the answer to your question of where's the Velcro. It's right hardware. It's
he's right.
The pads are that actually protect the floor, like put on the bottom of chairs. Isn't that crazy that I know this? But I actually use Velcro quite a bit with what I do. So
100% right.
We got a lot of special needs folks that we put polycarbonate and things on windows and have to Velcro them up so that it can attach to glass. Anywho, it doesn't hurt that once again that I work there. But that's the answer to your question. Now, yours might be set up a little differently. Sometimes they'll have a different configuration, but a lot of them around here are kind of the same general vicinity. You usually have like a little tool corral right beside that. You got your aisle that has the things I was just mentioning, like you put on the bottom of chairs or tables, maybe even the sliders. But Velcro's right there, man. You should have just called me. I'd have got you right there, bro.
It does.
All right, fellas. Appreciate you guys. Love the show. And hi, Strick. I'm not ignoring you. I just, this just came up right after the voicemail, so I had to call in. All right, guys, see ya.
So I think that's the new thing now. Anyone who has a question or problem, like you're at Home Depot and you can't find something, forget flagging down one of the 100 people that are working there, because all you see are orange vests everywhere. Just call Jared. Jared will tell you.
Well, it's funny he said that, because it was on aisle 12. I mean, that's exactly where it's exactly where it was. So of course I didn't realize that aisle 12 in Ohio is the same as aisle 12 in California. So I just wrote, are all stores in Home Depot or all Home Depot stores set up with the same aisles? The answer is not all Home Depot stores are set up with the exact same aisle layout, but they do follow a generally consistent pattern and categorize products similarly. And that is very true. Like, you would find the tool corral all up at the front of the store. I don't know if they like to keep that a little closer to to the registers, because I can't imagine somebody trying to put a table saw in their, in their jacket and then they walk out. But those they're very similar. All hardware is in the same spot. But I wouldn't think that Velcro would be like one of those most popular items. I'm always curious too. Sometimes if you go to a store, they have, like, if you go in the grocery store, you'll see like let's say maple syrup. You'll see it in the breakfast aisle, but you'll also see it with the baking aisle also.
Exactly.
Like, I wonder if they do that with some products hey, Jared, do they carry Velcro in two places in Home Depot, or is it all one place? That is my Home Depot question of the day. Maybe we should have a little Home Depot section within our Nice Guys show.
That would sort of tag us as a handyman, something show, and that you can do that on your own, Doug. If you want to have one more podcast, you can have that show.
Well, similar, we do not like to provide business advice. This is a business show. Wouldn't you think it would make sense for us to, now that we know it's a business show, to provide home improvement advice? Because that's the same idea.
Oh, damn.
What's going on?
Look at that. Now, I need to go pick up
You gotta go to Walmart.
No, well, I got to pick up a prescription today.
Yeah.
And the prescription where I need to pick it up at CVS is near a barbecue place.
How is the barbecue? How is the smoking going? What's it called?
No, I don't want to talk about the smoking. I'm having some issues with the smoker right now, but I think it's an electrical problem, not a smoker problem. I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't want to get into it yet.
What's the problem?
Well, I'm tripping circuits in my house when I run the smoker, and I can't figure out why.
That's unusual.
Yeah, it is, because it doesn't pull a lot of power. I think there's an issue with my electrical.
Is it running to an outside plug?
Well, yeah, I've tried all kinds of stuff to fix it, but what I'm annoyed about is, like 3 days ago, I emailed a electrical company.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I need a guy to come out. Here's what's going on.
Good luck.
And they were like, and I got an email back immediately. And this is just a regular company. They're like, hey, just reach out. And we've got fast service, and we've got, immediate emergency next day, same day service shit. Right. And they're like, I immediately get an automated email back saying, oh, hey, thanks for reaching out. Somebody will be in touch with you. It's been 2 fucking days. Nobody's been in touch with me. And so I'm just realizing that I'm annoyed. And I was thinking, you know what? I've got to fucking reach out to them and say, why haven't I heard from somebody? And then I thought one step further, because, by the way, this is a company that I knew nothing about.
Right.
I just did a Google search and it looked like they were good. And I read reviews and it looked like they were good.
Yeah.
But no, you don't get another fucking chance. I'm going to find somebody else. You fucked up. And I hope they call me back tomorrow and go, oh, hey, sorry it took so long. Can we set something up? And I'll go, no, I called somebody else, fuckers. You missed your chance.
All right. Two questions I need to know the answers to before you tell me about the barbecue place where you're going. Number one, did you resolve the issue with your roof? Is that complete?
Oh, yeah. That's been done for a while.
Now,
it took a day, but it's like 10 guys fucking on the roof. And I have a brand new roof on my 3-year-old house.
Secondly, and that was an act of God, by the way, that was a hailstorm. So that kind of is understandable almost. Second thing is, tell me about the update on your air conditioner now.
Air conditioner. Did I have a problem with my air? Oh, it was a thermostat.
So you had to go to,
Yeah.
you thought it was as simple as the thermostat in the house?
In the house. Again, my 3-year-old house.
Was it the builder grade thermostat, or did you have like a Nest thermostat on there?
No, it was like the builder grade thermostat. But even those are supposed to last for fucking 20 years and shit.
Of course. But everything is now made overseas in a spot where, you're lucky if it lasts you. It's what's that called? Planned obsolescence or something.
Planned obsolescence, right? Now, what was interesting though, because I was out of town so it went out, right?
Right.
Or it was being weird and wasn't working. And I was on my way to Vegas. And so it's my daughter here by herself. And so I scheduled for somebody to come by and take a look at it, but I wasn't going to be here. And so they came by, and I was worried that my daughter's going to have to do
make
something or make a decision about something.
Right.
So the guy comes and he looks at it and he's basically says, "Hey, yeah, it's the thermostat. We can replace it for you for $600.
What?
And I'm
like, actual fuck.
Exactly.
$600?
Yeah. And so my daughter sends me a link to like the thermostat, or I don't even remember what it was, but I was like, no fucking way am I paying $600 for a thermostat. And by the way, the one I had it's a Honeywell.
Yeah.
And the one that's in here, and it's like a modular thing, right?
Yeah,
like you put you just unsnap it, and it's got little pins, right?
Right.
So as soon as he said that, I'm thinking to myself, well, shit, if it's just that, if I were home, I'll just buy a new one myself and put it in myself, but I'm not, and I'm not going to be home for a couple of days. So $600. And I was like, no fucking way am I going to do that. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, but how am I going to explain to my daughter how to do it or get a new one or whatever? So I look up on Amazon and found the exact same model, right? Ordered it on Amazon, and it was there 5 hours later. And I told her, all you need to do is unplug it and pop the new one in. You don't need to change any mounts or anything. And she did it, and it worked fucking perfectly.
That is awesome. And so curious, what was the new Honeywell thermostat price point?
$44.
So what was the purpose? Did they charge? It was part of the $600, the fact that they were there today, like that day. Did you have to pay them any portion of that $600?
So this is what is interesting. So the guy, I mean, I was thinking, okay, so they're charging me like $200 for the actual thermostat. Like, even if it's a decent one, okay, they're marking it up by double, and I get that. It's like $100 thermostat. They're going to mark it up to $200. But then I'm thinking $400 for the install.
Labor?
No fucking way I'm going to do that. So I said to the guy, "Hey, thank you so much for the offer. I'm not really interested. Just let me know whatever I got to pay for the." They came in a day.
Right.
Like I called them and they were there the next
day. For the service
day.
call, right.
For the service call. He's like, no charge for the service call. I'm like, and it was on the 4th of July.
Whoa.
Actually on the 4th of July. And I was like, what? And he's like, no, that's how we roll. It's like, it's a free service call, and we would love to have you, use our work. I felt bad. Like I wanted to tip the guy or something. Like I was very happy to pay $100 or whatever for the service call.
Well,
but I was not paying $600 to have the goddamn thing installed.
They'll make it up on the next guy that they have to replace the thermostat for $600 for. It's like, I have a Nest thermostat, Google Nest, I think it is. And I think that thermostat was under $100, and I can run that from an app on my phone.
And it's interesting because I replaced the Honeywell only because I had to. I wasn't going to leave my daughter here with no AC for the next 4 days. But I really wanted to. It doesn't even switch automatically between heating and cooling.
Right, you have to manually do it.
I can program it, but when it's in that weird time between when you need both. So I did some research, and I was going to get a Nest, but I ended up getting, I think it's called Echo Bar or something, which is similar, but it also can have individual sensors in different rooms. It can tell when you're there. It like learns.
Yeah.
And it can also, it checks the air for like CO2 and other shit to tell you
that's cool
if you need to, if your air is not clean enough if you need to.
I will buy one of those automated thermostats when they can make an old fashioned for me. All right. As soon as it gives me the old fashioned recipe and it mixes it for me beyond that. Yeah.
But I got one of those and it was under $200 and I installed it myself in about 20 minutes and it was perfect. Yeah.
Oh, so you've since replaced the Honeywell that you bought for $44. Now, the good thing is you have that to go back to if you need to.
So, and I got to tell you, here's my Honeywell right here. Like, yeah, I got it on Amazon.
Oh, return it.
Exactly. I'm fucking returning it, right? I'm like, I didn't even use the mount or anything. It just unplugged and popped a new one in. I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to fucking return it.
Have you ever looked on Amazon? You see the when you're shopping and you're ready to make the purchase and you look at the bottom before you hit buy now or whatever, it says frequently returned item.
Right. Oh, yeah.
There are so many things, things that are frequent. Well, of course, I can see myself returning the thermostat. I don't need it any longer. Was that marked as a frequently returned item?
No. And I can understand that it wouldn't be. The only reason I'm returning it is because I really wanted the smart one. And I would have ordered a smart one if I happened to have been home and could have installed it myself.
That's good. Well, it's good. It's only $40 some odd. And Amazon makes your return so easy. You can go to return. They'll send you a QR code. You don't even need the box any longer. You can basically take it.
Right here.
Right, it's got it.
I just printed the QR code to return. I don't even need to print it or put it in a box. I take it to Kohl's.
I know.
And I just have them scan it and they're like, okay, you're good.
It's the best. It is the greatest thing. Amazon. Look, for those that are casting dispersion upon Amazon because they're taking over the world. God bless them. They're taking
Dude,
over.
I couldn't agree with you more.
World.
60. I think the statistic is 60% of all merchants on Amazon are small merchants.
Yeah.
So people are like, oh, it's fucking big business taking over. It's like, no, it's big business helping a lot of small merchants to actually make money.
Until they get a little larger and then it becomes an Amazon basic. That's basically what happens. You know,
when Amazon realizes that they're selling 1,000 a day, they're like, we could make this ourselves.
Right. It's like a built-in case study. I mean, they have the greatest market. They have no contract. They have a very liberal return policy that Amazon does. You think Amazon's eating that? No fucking way. I remember when I wrote my book, and this is going back 10 years ago when Amazon was basically just getting into the big business outside of just books. But I was selling my books through Amazon, and I sold several hundred of them through Amazon. And then at the end of the month, they would send, or a quarter, they'd send me a report, and the report said, 300 books sold, $600 coming to you, minus 40 books returned. It's like,
oh my God,
you had to, you don't have any say in it. You have to abide by their terms. So interesting. Okay. Got another voicemail, right?
Here we go. Voicemail time.
Hey, Doug, Jared here. Voicemail number 3. Yes, Strickland, you're asking about the Home Depot and didn't they used to walk you to them? And 100%, that was store policy. That was corporate policy. Was you don't just tell them, you take them.
Yeah.
Walk them over. You show them the items. You show them the options. You go over it. You make sure they get what they want and what they need. Right. Sometimes what they need isn't always what they want. But anyways, that was corporate policy. I can't speak to it today because it's been, a handful of years since I've worked there. But I see it. I see it around here. It's the same kind of way. And I think a lot of it just is the apathy of the people working in there. I can't believe that Home Depot would take a change to that stance, but I can tell you they've also cut staffing. There's a lot less people working there. I don't know that they're hiring and even trying to hire. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Maybe they're saying they are and they aren't. There's all kinds of stories around that kind of shit for companies. But anywho, it's totally changed from that standpoint of taking you to the product, making sure your questions are answered, and making sure you're a happy customer. A lot of that has kind of went by the wayside.
Totally.
Whether intentionally due to corporate actions or it's just a byproduct of them cutting, stores' hours because their goal is always to make money. I mean, that's what the business is there for. We know that, but a lot of making more money is coming at the expense of cutting staffing that actually helps people. So, but yes, 100%. That used to be the standard. And I took pride in that. So I was actually a night stalker. I'd come in and the store would be open for about an hour while I was there. And I went out of my way to make sure people got what they needed. And shit, today I'll walk into Home Depot today and you see somebody having trouble, I still help them because, if I'm trying to do something, I like that.
I don't work here, but I'm going to help you.
I help them even though I don't work there. And I'd do that at any store. Anyways, guys, appreciate you. And, great question. See you guys.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just my store or all of them now, but like the last couple times that I have gone in, because I'm looking for weird shit and I don't know where it is. I'm like, where can I find this? Every single time over the last year or so at my Georgetown store, they've been like, oh yeah, aisle 12, go whatever. Like they do not walk me over.
Yeah, a couple things. I think that number one, I believe that Jared said he is a night stalker. Is that what he said? I'm pretty sure. Or did he say night stalker? I wasn't 100% clear on that. I do the same as Jared. Even if I'm in a store that I know where a lot of things are because I'm in the store multiple times, I will take somebody over. Like, hey, do you know where the toothpaste is? Yeah, sure. Let me take you right over there. Why not? You're doing a good deed. The other thing that I think, and I don't know why, and maybe they have already thought of this, but the size of the stores, they're enormous, whether it's Lowe's or Home Depot or even a Staples store. A geolocator on a cart would make all the difference in the world. Literally, you just enter in on the cart, on the little pad, what you need, Scotch tape, and it just says start walking, and you start walking, and it just turn left, turn right. How much better customer service and how much more focused their people could be on. Like, isn't the purpose of the people that are in the stores to serve their customers? It's not just 100%. The stock. When I see like 4 or 5 Home Depot employees talking and me just walking past them, wouldn't you think that somebody would say, is there something you're looking for that we can help you with?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it time for a coffee clutch or is it time to help the fucking customer? That's all I want to know the answer to.
Okay, we got one more voicemail. Let's get
geolocators. Did I just come up with a good idea or
brilliant, brilliant idea? But my dinner's here, so I'm getting
okay.
Here we go.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick.
Oh, wait. What?
Didn't you say something about a barbecue store?
Yeah, that was the whole thing. So I was just texting Sally. That's how the whole conversation got started, and I was winding back around to it.
Okay.
And then I was like, "Fuck, I'm getting hungry now. I don't even care anymore. I'm not even going to say anything."
Sorry. Maybe we need to move. Whatever. Look, we can move the time of this to earlier in the day. It seems like we're always bumping up against your hunger.
No, it's usually all good. But when I texted Sally. Well, and I'm like, hey, how does this Jimmy Vega's barbecue sound for dinner? And she's like, I ordered Chipotle. It'll be here in 10 minutes. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. So I didn't realize that she had done that. But
DoorDash? Do you do DoorDash?
I guess. I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? It just magically arrives.
I don't do it. I think she did it because it got delivered. So
Okay. Last one, and then you get to eat. Go.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Strick. Erica here. Erica Ross Krieger. This is voicemail number 1 on Friday right after I listened. So, how did we make that magic happen with the phone message last week on Jared's line, but with my voice first and then Jared's? Well, it was pretty simple, actually. At least on the iPhone, anyway, it's pretty simple. So, Jared and I texted each other. We stay in touch every now and again, and we thought it might be fun to pull some shenanigans. So we texted and said, how can we do something fun with these guys? And we said, let's do this. Jared will dial the 4242 DJ Doug after he calls me. So the idea was that what would show up on your screen was that the message, the call actually came in from his phone. So he started by calling me, and then once the two of us were hooked up, then he did a 3-way and added in the DJ Doug number. Then he shut up, and when the answering machine answered, I did the chat. And so it sounded like it was just me talking on with his number. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how we did it. And then for fun, then he jumped in and chatted as well. So it's really not that big of magic. It just, it was a nice way to mess around with you guys. Anyway, so glad that we could add to some confusion. Anyway, love you guys. Love the show. And to be continued. We'll see if I send another voice message as the show goes on, because I call you in real time, and I've got it on pause at this point. Okay. Talk to you. Bye.
Very clever. We have very smart listeners. Our fucking
all of those messages came in on the 4th of July. Just so you know that all of our Funkin' fans consider the Nice Guys a holiday. It's not like it's a work day when you're listening to the Nice Guys. It's like a holiday, and they actually called in on the holiday.
And I love that everybody listened on the day that it was released, which is the 4th of July.
Well, everybody being Jared and Erica.
In this
particular case. Erica, just a quick question for you. Maybe you can leave a voicemail next week for this, but I don't know if we ever checked in since we really did a deeper product review on Tej Hanley balls. I'm very curious how your husband has been or not been enjoying balls. So just let me know.
Okay, then.
Okay. Hey, we're an hour and 13 minutes in. It seemed effortless, Strickland.
I know it seemed effortless, but now that we're so far in, it's time to wrap up.
All right. Enjoy your Chipotle. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, the only podcast I provide voice for and also actually listen to, I'm Steve O'Brien. Well, that's what I tell them, at least. Listen to the beginning and the end. All the stuff in the middle is just yak, 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 yak.